How you doing, everybody? I'm Max Farrell. This is Panther Martial Arts University, as well as Panther Kenpo. I'm here with probably the most influential women that are in my life that helped me start this whole, I guess, enterprise that we've created here, huh? We have, in order of belt, I guess we could say, right? Coming down from my side down to you. Which one of you is older in the belt?
Hi, Jillian.
You are. So, Miss Jillian, when I met her, you were what, still a first degree black belt?
Yes.
And you got your second with the previous school you were with?
Mm-hmm.
And then you got your third degree where? Here, right? Again, Miss Shelley. Miss Shelley started off with your first degree when I first, you had your first degree as well, right?
Yes.
And you were going, it was you, Jorgen, Lottie hadn't gotten her first degree yet.
We all got our second degree together.
You all got it together, right?
She got her first degree 6 months before I did.
Right. So then, but when we first met, we hit it off like thick as thieves in the very beginning, right? Because just the way that we talked and the way that we'd done work together, and we started talking about the process there, right? Mm-hmm. Now, the last one's a little bit more controversial because we actually started as yellow belts together on the mat at Action Karate.
Yes.
Right? Because I started over. I wanted to start over, and little did I know that I probably shouldn't have started over. I should probably stayed my third degree black belt that I was when I started at Action. But Miss Connor and I sweated out. There's a couple of pictures of us sweating it out at the same processes out there.
It was interesting because every time the picture was taken of us, we were always next to each other or somewhat near each other, so
I know.
it definitely said something.
My wife made mention to that one time when I said to her that she's just a person there and she just happens to be, and she turned out to be a very good friend. When I put the call out to all of you, you guys showed up here with bells on. Miss Connor showed up too a lot to help move stuff around and get stuff in. So when I literally say you guys all put heavy work into this, you have. Tell me, from your previous school to now, what has changed in your lives? Let's start with Miss Jillian.
Nothing and everything.
Nothing and everything.
It is still Kenpo, but it's a whole different form. It feels different. It resonates with me. It feels natural. Sometimes it makes sense mentally, and to get your body to do it is a different story. Mm-hmm. But, we're all working on that. But I can move better. I have more control of myself. I know where some of my limits are, and I feel like I'm progressing forward.
Good. What about you, Miss Shelley? Where are you sitting?
Just like Miss Jillian said, it's a whole different level of education. Just like when you gave us that sneak peek class at our old dojo,
right.
We'd asked you for, and you
right.
were
the kinetic one, right?
You start your inward block here, and we're
right.
all like, what?
That doesn't feel natural
more.
at first when you've been studying the fundamentals for so long. Like inward block is here. You don't know what it means. So once you figure the light out, and it goes, oh my God, that makes so much sense. What it does and everything.
So everything is different. It has a familiar feel to it, mm-hmm. but it's elevated to such a different level, and it's just learning how your body works, how it moves, how it should move, how to move to get the most power. Everything makes sense.
Right.
Still working on getting my body to do what I want.
Aren't we all?
But it's coming. It's coming.
Right.
Every time I show up, I get a little more. But it's just a whole different level of an experience, and very exciting.
And a little bit deeper into the mentality behind it and the physics and
mm-hmm.
the control of it, which
mm-hmm.
is smart. It's something that for me, I've always wanted to get back into. I've been there. Imagine you guys that were at a point where you both didn't know yet. I was at a point where I knew, but I couldn't. It was like I was in a coma. I wasn't allowed to tell everybody, like throw it out there, because nobody wanted me to confuse anybody. And again, no disrespect to any other school, but when you teach this fundamentals, the athletic side of it, like the push-ups and the sit-ups and that stuff, building your core and that stuff, it's a great school. But as far as the learning aspect of what the reality of karate is, how important it is in the change that you both have, being at advanced degrees, how important is it to what the education you're getting now? What does it do with the education you've had from before? Does it make it go away?
No.
Or does it accent it?
on it.
And
It
builds on it.
Mm-hmm. It builds
Right?
on it. And why do you think we gave you all those rides home? So we could pick your brain.
That's right.
Yeah.
So I wasn't the only one asking. You want to ride
Ulterior
home?
motive.
Ulterior motive, right.
Yep.
And last but not least, Ms. Connor, the change in your process, what you started at your previous dojo
Yes.
to now, where do you think your growth level is? Where do you think, did you grow a lot? Did you grow a little? Did you grow more than
I
before?
grew a ton. Like back at my old school, to be honest, I didn't even know I was doing Kenpo because of how little they offered. I thought I was doing like regular karate or something like that. But after I got my black belt, I wanted to learn so much more. I've noticed that they just repeat like everything that I've learned, which was fine for like refresher, but later I just got bored. So when I came here, I finally figured out what Kenpo truly is. And before, I was afraid to touch people. Because like they would do it at first, but unfortunately during COVID we had to back away, so I was just kind of used to like not being in people's spaces. So today I am much more comfortable with hand-to-hand contact because I don't know where I'd be without that. Like if I were on the street, I just would not know what to do. So I've definitely grown a lot of confidence and strength. And
I agree.
Yeah.
That is awesome. So that says a lot for the mentality of the women that are standing in front of you, that they went past your comfort levels, right? Because you didn't know what you didn't know yet. But when you got an understanding what it was really out there, you were left wanting. One thing that I noticed that you guys helped me learn in the very beginning was that I need to teach you the fundamentals, but teach you how to grow on those fundamentals, how to advance them even further. And that's something, if you're watching right now and if you've attended another school and you're a black belt level or higher, you're going to want to learn more. You're going to want, you don't know what you don't know yet. Unless you find a school that has a legacy background, Ed Parker, Al Tracy, or some sort of Kenpo process out there, you don't know what you don't know. Unless you're already studying under one of those temporals, right? One of those schools that already teaches you Ed Parker side or Al Tracy side, then you're not learning the Kenpo that you need to find the legacy behind. Now, if you like your athletic karate and you're in good shape and that's what you want, keep on, right? There's no harm in that, none at all. But if you want to learn the process of Kenpo, the history, the legacy, and are you ever finished learning?
no. Even if I end up being a master, I'm still going to learn no matter what.
My master, who was a 10th degree when he passed, was 92 years old. And what he told me the week before he died, he's like, my only regret is I won't have any more time to learn. So to me, I'm always going to be learning. Got it? So, to all of you out there, if you're watching this right now and this resonates with you, look us up at panthermartialarts.university or pantherkenpo.com. Or you can always just drop by at 85 Makefield Road in Pennsylvania, Unit 6 and 7. It's that big of a facility. So, for the future, look at your future selves, right? And think about what you're going to become from now. And how excited are all of you. And tell the people out there what you would do next if you were them in their martial art world.
Look where your value is. Do you value, like you said, the athleticism? Is that really important to you, or is the in here really important? Because that's what I found here at Legacy. It was in here that changed for me. It resonated with me. It became very personal. It's my journey.
Yeah.
So if you want to take hold of your Kenpo, your style of it, and do it the way that works for your body, then this is the right place.
Cool.
For legacy, if you're looking for legacy, and I agree with you what you said about the athletics, and our prior dojo, nothing against it, but this is where I'm going to grow, and I'm growing already. But for the legacy of Kenpo, which is huge. Yeah. If you're already a black belt or in martial arts and you want to just come by.
Ms. Connor?
If you're planning on advancing your skills, I will say there's going to be a lot of ups and downs throughout this road, but one thing I want to tell you guys is just never give up on yourself. You may have some times where you're doubtful, you don't think you can do this, but you can.
Absolutely. Couldn't have said it better myself. So, to all of you, and to all of you, thank you very much.
Thank you, sir.
We'll see you next time. I'm Max Farrow. This is PantherMartialArts.University and PantherKenpo.com. Look at the links down below. See if you can come by and join us. We'd really love to have you. And remember, your legacy starts with you, and it starts here. I'm Max Farrow. We'll see you next time. And as always, live well.